Welcome back to my free Fendom Masterclass here on YouTube and TikTok at She Codes Cash. Also on Instagram at Fendom Masterclass. Today I want to talk about something that I've never touched on before, and it is probably the very thing of why any of you follow me. And first of all, thank you for those of you following me and participating in my content. You're making my job so much easier and so much more fun when you ask me questions and we have a back and forth exchange, so I know that you're getting the information that you want and need. The elephant in the room is, and this is probably what everybody wants to know, is how do I get the big whales? How do I make the big money? There are certain facets, certain elements, certain non-negotiables that you need to employ in your everyday practice of whether it's phone, whether it's cam, phone with cam, chat, phone, doesn't matter. You need to always be portraying an air of exclusivity, that your time is valuable, that you don't take everyone, that you vet your clients. You can be sitting there for 3 days, not a phone call. All of a sudden, a client rolls in on chat or phone, and you're so hungry to convert him into a regular client, or even better, a whale. You cannot let your hunger show through. Even though the phone hasn't rung in 3 days, it's a slow time, or you haven't made your weekly budget or targeted goal, you do not want to let on to them in any way that you're hungry, that you're desperate, that your phone hasn't rung. As a matter of fact, when you are the most desperate, I want you to consciously remember to flip the script and behave as if I would love to talk to you. You may call me. And if he bucks at that, and if he throws up any resistance in calling you, you say, I'm sorry, I have multiple men chatting me right now, but I have 3 men waiting for phone calls. And you mic drop and you leave the conversation. I know it's going to sound crazy because you finally got someone on the line, on the chat. You want more. So you have to let them know, oh, I'd love to take your call. Or if he's on the phone and only has like a minute, or it says the time is running out, I would love to talk to you more, but I have someone who's looking for an hour session, a half-hour session. Whatever it is that they're giving, you let them know that there's someone else who's offering more, okay? You want to give the appearance. You always want to be creating the fantasy that you are in demand, that you are rare, you are special. Why do people want the Birkin, for example? Because they're rare. They make special limited editions. They vet who has access to them. Be the Birkin of the industry. Okay, and I don't care what your specialty is, whether you're, college co-ed, lonely housewife, or like me, at the pinnacle of the female supreme mastery. It doesn't matter. Whatever you are, always have an air of urgency in that your time is limited. Very few men get access to you. And then the other thing is, as they start asking you questions, flip the script on that as well. You don't get to ask me the questions. I'll do the question asking, whether you actually say that or whether you just do that, which is they start, how old are you? Where are you from? I would never respond to any of that. Depending on what who the client is and what the relationship is, I would say that information is proprietary. That is saved for my top clients. You're not in any position to be asking me questions. Or I just ignore it and say, tell me a little bit about you. Where are you from? What coast are you on? What industry are you in? What do you do for a living? Are you like 99.999% of the rest of my clients in a vanilla marriage? You need to vet them and begin asking questions because you have to figure out if you have the skill set for what they're seeking. And if you don't, you need to very quickly in the back of your mind start coming up with the ideas to capture his interest. So really the goal here is start out in control. And if it doesn't start in control, to very quickly spin the situation to where you are in control, to vet who he is, how much time does he have, what is he looking for, how much money does he have to spend on you, what kind of a session is he looking for. Sometimes they want to call and just talk and other times they want to jump right into playing. You need to very quickly be able to discern which of those is it. You need to do this in a way, and you'll refine it over time, but you need to do this in a way that it doesn't feel like he's being interviewed. He needs to feel like you're taking a vested interest in him, but he cannot feel like he's being interviewed. You need to get to the bottom of what brought him to me. How can I most capture his interest? I need to capture it better than any other woman has, because I need to convert him from a one-time caller, a one-time chatter into a regular client. Ask me questions, be active in the comments, whether it's my Instagram, my TikTok, or my YouTube, and I will very happily reply with videos. I hope this helps.